Hey, BS Discover, how you doing? Oh, man, guess what? Changes. Going through changes. Going through changes. We go through changes. We go through changes where we want to get to where we want to go. The key is you got to go to changes to get to the change. That's the key. Come with me. You know, it's amazing how we often lose track of time. And it has nothing to do with you going in the wrong direction because you made the right choices. You done everything you had to do. But there go them hands in it. I call them hands in it. People stirring up because they don't want to get you there. They don't want you to get there fast enough. Listen, they don't want to get you there and they don't want you to get there fast enough. So what you got to do? What you're doing, you're planning to get to the changes so you can make that change. The change that is going to take for you to move from point A to point B to point C to wherever you got to do, and how many sections or how many steps, how many angles you have to move. Because I may not can go this way, so I may have to go that way. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's crazy. Like today, I was like kind of baffled about just people themselves. Because when you know that things ought to be this way on a professional level, things are always that way. And then people will make it seem like you're unprofessional, but you're not unprofessional. You're asking questions. That's the professional thing to do. And if I don't get a professional answer, then it has to be change. Then I'm in the wrong place. So I have to make changes. And a lot of people haven't made the change, or they don't even know how to begin to make the change. First, you have to be focused on what you want to change. Second, you have to teach yourself the methods for change. Third, you have to pay attention to the changes around you that you do make. Focus. Then you have to teach. Then you have to pay attention. Those are the key steps to change. Focus, teach yourself, and then pay attention to the things and the things that you changed. Because people are not going to be able to see that change quickly because they got different expectations about what they expect from you. But it's not about what they expect from you, because what you're going to give them is more than the expectations that they thought that you could not do. But you have to be able to continue to allow yourself to know that I have to make change. I have to teach myself. I actually have to sit down literally and do a to-do list. Okay, a to-do list. What can I do? If I want to go to college next semester, what can I do? A to-do list. What are the changes I got to make? First, what am I going to do if I'm interrupting the hours of college? That's me. If I'm working, I would have to quit work or change my night hours so I can go to college in the day or go to college at night, making changes. That's the only way to grow. But when you make these changes, people start to look at you and wonder what you're trying to do, where you're trying to go. And as long as you focus on you and the changes, you're going to have to leave everything out there. You're just going to have to not pay attention to the things you hear, because there's going to always be negative attention towards change. It's change. People who don't want you to change your way, they want you to change what they perceive you to be. But what they perceive is not going to allow you to grow to the growth that you want to grow. It's not going to take you 10 feet forward. It'll take you backwards because you're going on their time, not focused on knowing what they expect. And it's not about them. It's about you, because you know you. So if you have to make change, if you want to go to college, you have to make change if you decide to leave a 9 to 5. It's not going to be easy. You have to be focused on what areas that I can go to achieve the financial beings so I can keep living financially. And sometimes you're going to find out there's obstacles. There's actually obstacles. There's things like sometimes this may not come on time, or maybe I'm not able to get through to the financial people, so it's going to take a little longer. So what are you going to do to focus on that change? How are you going to survive? What can you teach yourself? And once you teach yourself, are you paying attention to the changes that you made? Some of you will go on government grants, government programs. Some of you will find other avenues to survive so that I can make them changes. And it's not going to be quickly, because whenever there's change, you have to slow down. You have to evaluate the choices that I make. Is this going to be the right choice? If I go to this government agency, am I going to be able to get what I need? Or is there too many questions that I may not be able to answer, that I may not get what I need? Because sometimes it may be like that. You don't have the credentials of paperwork that they need. So what you going to do? You're going to focus to make sure you get what you need to get the paperwork through. Now, a lot of you may not understand what I'm talking about when I say you got to go through changes to get to a change. Because there's something you want to change about yourself. Nobody wants to stay the same. You go to work every day. You go home every day. After work, you sit down, you enjoy yourself, but at some point in time in life, there's something you're going to want to change. Something. Because we are human, and we have the desire inside of us to have better, to want better, and to need better. And on these 3 things, there's only 3 things I can focus on. The big thing, the word focus. The other one is teach myself. A lot of us don't know how to teach ourselves. If you don't know, the first thing is to ask somebody who is capable of getting the things that you want to do. For example, I want to be a teacher. I know there's a teacher that lives 2 houses down. We get to talk at the bus stop. So why don't I go and ask her something that would get me to where I want to be? I can also look up before I even ask her, so I can have a little feedback. And then she'll be willing to teach me a little more, because she see that I'm not just asking questions, but I also have answers. I'm prepared. Do you prepare yourself for these changes? And those are other avenues people don't realize is easy. That's a quick research. Word of mouth is the best thing, especially from someone from well-known experience. Well-known experience. I can talk these days because I have well-known experience. The only experience I don't have in this change is the financial growth without the 9 to 5. So this is a new for me. So I hope you embark on the journey. And the only reason why I embark on the journey is because I saw that it was bringing me down in my reputation. Because when people see you start to get things, start to develop things, start to get to a point that, not that I'm disrespecting them, but hold on a second, because I need to do me like you're doing you. I didn't get in your business, and please don't get in mine. Because you may not understand why I do these things, but I do these things because this is the only avenue, because you don't know the doors that were closed. Not by the government, not by any businesses, but people who may be in the businesses, that people aren't paying attention to what they're doing, and you're being affected by it. Such as rumors, which is